to hit psychic types, and I've got Giga Drain to hit rock types, just for a bit of coverage there, and Life Orb for a bit of extra damage. Unfortunately here, Life Orb, without the Life Orb, it doesn't do quite as much damage as I would have liked, and the Float Cell does live there. Okay, so I got some good recovery here. Now I was thinking, well, Float Cell, with that Life Orb there, that's going to make up for the Intimidate, basically. But I could swap out here and go into the Cacnea and get a Water Absorb if it does decide to go for Aqua Tail again, or it could swap out. I decided to swap into Cacnea here, just taking a risk, and paid off, and that's going to Aqua Tail my Water Absorb, which does nothing, and that's going to go down to the Poison, which is going to give me an early lead. Now, one suggestion on this one, I had something a little bit better, so I used that. I'll get to that in a second anyway. Right, so we have the Fearow coming in here. I'm a little bit, I'm fearing that a bit. Have to swap out my Cacnea here. I don't want to, there isn't too much I can do that. Bring in Arbok again. I've got the Intimidate on this set anyway, so I thought that'd be handy if it's a physical set, which I was thinking it was. Okay, so the Drill Pack isn't going to do too much there. I'm just going to go for the Toxic here. That's the best play I can do. I mean, I could have gone for Dark Pulse. That was the best thing I really could have gone for. I decided to get a Poison on it anyway. That would be the most useful thing. Okay, so I got the Poison on the Fearow. That's really good. Now I'm going to get hit by the Drill Run here, and that's going to take me out. So that's cool. I got the Poison on it, and I've taken... I took Float Cell down, so I was pretty happy with that one. Now, the Arbok was really, really fun to use. You could definitely use it with... If you set up like Toxic Spikes first, and then you could use it, that would be a lot more efficient. But since I didn't have any Toxic Spikers to work with, that's why I did that. Okay, bringing in Taurus. Now, this is a Choice Bender set. I thought the Fearow may actually swap out there due to the double, basically the double Intimidate. But they're going to stay in and use the Drill Run instead, going for the crit there. Okay, so I thought that'd be a definite swap there, but it wasn't. So I'm locked into Pursuit now. So I have to keep using Pursuit. I thought, well, it's still doing okay damage. It's a -2, but it does have a life... it's actually a -2. It doesn't have the Life Orb. I'm getting confused with Float Cell. So it's a -2. It's doing nothing. Then I get critted by the Drill Run there. So that really sucked. I didn't really want to get critted. Now, this was as I said, this was a Choice Band set. I had Retaliate on this. I had Zen Headbutt for fighting types. I had Pursuit there just for... just a guaranteed swap. Then you can Pursuit them and finish. It's very, very handy there and quite powerful. And I think I had Earthquake. do just for some steel type coverage. Probably more of a better Pokemon on my team. Alright, this was crazy. Okay, so Gorobis comes in here. I thought, well, it's going to probably try and set up Shell Smash there, so I might as well get some damage on it and I can swap something else in. But it's going to go for the Water Pulse there and take my Taurus out, so I can't say I was expecting Water Pulse. Alright, so I thought Carbink and Diancie would make a good one, because I definitely thought that was an evolution at the very start. This is before you found any more like information about them. Yeah, I thought that was quite a good example there. Alright, so here I've got a Trick Room set on this. I've got Rest, I've also got Snore, and I've got Ancient Power. Alright, then we have a Iron Defense on the Gorobis there, which was interesting then. Alright, so I got confused by the Water Pulse too, setting up the Trick Room here. Okay, now Trick Room was mainly for the Cacnea. I had a really cool ass Cacnea set that I wanted to try out. Alright, sending in Cacnea here. Now, this Cacnea set, I'll run it through. I knew that was going to use some sort of... So it's got Water Pulse and it's got Iron Defense so far. Okay, so they're going to withdraw. Wasn't sure if they had an Ice type move. I thought, bugger, I'm going to take the risk. So this is a mix Cacnea sweeper. I've got Rototiller on this. Now, what Rototiller does, it boosts your attack and special attack by 1 stage. So it's kind of basically like workup. So I've got to plow them fields. Got that boost now. Going for the Giga Drain here. Now, Dusknoir is probably going to go for the Will-O-Wisp here, because obviously Cacnea is, it's most of the time it's a physical attacker. So I couldn't use any of my physical moves now. Well, I could, but they're gonna hit like a wet paper bag. Excuse me, I just need a drink. Okay, we're all good. Going for the second Giga Drain here. That just almost takes it out. I was like, damn, that really sucks. Now, the Dusknoir is going to go for the Pain Split here. That's going to do lots to me. I was actually running a Brave Nature on this with, I think it was Max Health and Max Stack. Okay, so Trick Room runs out. Dusknoir is going to go for the Shadow Sneak now. I knew it would probably have that. I went for the Giga Drain again, just to get some health back and do some damage. It just misses the kill there. Now, I do have Sucker Punch on this, but considering I was running Brave, I knew that I would get outsped by the Dusknoir there. Anyway, now the other moves I had on this, I had Sucker Punch, I had Drain Punch, I had Rototiller, bit of a tongue twister, and I had Giga Drain there. So it was a cool mix set. I really did enjoy using that. Alright, so basically Dusknoir is on the tiniest little bit health. We need to finish it off. Now, we're going to get hit by the Shadow Sneak again on the Love Disc. Now, this was a really, really troll set. This caused so much salt. Finishing off with the Whirlpool there. That's Dusknoir down. I'm glad. That Pain Split was really, really annoying. Okay, so I've got leftovers on this thing. You're probably thinking, what the fuck, leftovers? Well, what do you...